I'm not a good parent is an oft repeated concern parents come up to us with. Well, it's not about good parents or bad parents, but about effective and ineffective parents. Parents have a dream. They dream of having an ideal child, and they often parent that child. Now, if your child is different from the way you were when you were young, or different from the way the neighbor's or relative's child is, then you have to develop skills to parent the child you have. Parent the child you have, not the child you wished you had. That's the only way you will be effective. So, why is it important to dwell on effective and ineffective? Once you know what it is that you're doing wrong with your child, it takes the mystery out of the child's behavior. So, what is this behavior that we're talking about? Well, behavior is a form of expression. It's like singing or dancing or playing a guitar. And it also includes throwing a tantrum and acting out. Through acting out, the child is trying to express that he lacks the skill and is incapable of doing something that he or she is expected to do. For example, being disciplined about doing his or her homework, coming back in from play on time, finishing their meal, respecting bedtime, etc. So acting out is a compensatory behavior. So what's to be done? Look, parents have a job. Their job is to raise a child who is respectful, disciplined, loving, caring, and focused. Their other job is to put this child to bed without a crisis. Now, with school going on and home and office to attend to, a parent's focus is obviously on putting the child to bed. Now, for your child, sleep is a problem, and he begins to resist. He wants to be awake to maybe watch TV or surf or play a video game, whatever. Now, the more they resist, the more you tend to coax or manipulate or threaten, maybe even yell. So the kid is not learning any real skills to manage his problems. And his response is that he digs in his heels, gets even more stubborn, cries loudly, shouts even louder. Now here is the teaching moment. When a child relies on behavior to solve their problems, then when the problem gets bigger, the behavior gets worse. And as the child grows older, the problems can and do get pretty big. Now, it's when the behavior becomes a pattern that it's even worse. It can spell doom. So you may well ask, what happens then? As the behavior gets worse, parents often get overwhelmed and conscious of their child's behavior. They begin to push everyone else to change rather than tell the child to change. The friends should change, the siblings should change, maybe even the teacher should change. It's easier to get everyone else to change than to get the child to change. And what does the kid learn in this process? He or she learns that they're not accountable. And every time they can't cope with something, someone will come to their rescue. So if you do not have effective parenting skills, then the kids train you on how to give in. And you develop an ineffective parenting style based on the training that you receive. And it does not promote change in the child. It's so common to see parents tiptoeing around their children because they're scared that the child will react, defy, not comply, get upset, run away, attempt suicide, whatever. Who is driving the parenting style here? The child. because they were not taught problem solving skills. As parents, we understand that you love your child, but love is not enough. You have to replace unconditional parental love with responsible love. Love is a responsibility to set limits and teach skills. Kids need limits and expectations and the problem solving skills to manage those limits and to meet those expectations. To learn how to teach your child problem solving skills, please hit the bell icon and subscribe. We have videos coming up every fortnight. You can also attend our parenting workshop. To invite us to your institutional organization, please connect with us through our contact details.